first one was a PZ26. This one is a PZ30. And I think there is my problem right there. I think I have a vacuum leak because it's not sealing properly. Well, hi guys and gals, it's me George, and I showed you the problem I was having with not having a good enough seal on my carburetor. So we're going to use this large washer as a spacer to go in there, and to enlarge the size for the seal will run right around here. So you notice that these screw holes are not directly opposite each other as far as they're not halfway up and down. It's because the carburetors are not bolted with the flange totally opposite each other. It's offset. So anyway, what I got to do now, I'm not going to take the whole carburetor all the way off and then put this in and then put the bolts in and all that good stuff. I'm just going to put slots in here, and we'll be able to loosen the bolts up, slide this down into place, tighten it back up. Now we're going to do that twice, because the first time we slide it down in, we're going to mark it across the top where it needs to be cut down so that it doesn't look like a big gompy washer in there. Now listen guys, this is between you and me. Only we're going to know, because when it's done you won't be able to tell that we put a big gompy washer in there, okay? So it's our little secret. So the next thing for me to do is to plot out my slots. I just put a fresh blade in the bandsaw and we'll cut those slots out. So hold on to your hats, because here we go. Now the first thing I'm going to do is kick the stand. And then I'm going to determine the course of my slots. And notice this is very careful measurement. Only the highest in technology and slotting capabilities. So unless you have this high technology, you probably don't want to try this at home, you know what I mean? Yeah. We ran through several bits to get the holes where we wanted them, and did that on the drill press. So now Uncle George is going to cut these slots. And let me see, is this going to work for me to clamp it like that? Yep, I can hold it against there and slide this down in. Now hold on to your hats, because and we'll do a little Dremel action on there to clean that up. One more to go. Okay. So now we'll clean up this little divot here, and we'll clean up this little divot here, so it'll just slide right down in there. Hold on to your hats, here we go! And so as EJ over at Road King says, your file is your friend. That perfect in every way. Now we just got to do the other one. This one definitely is on this side. Now we're going to loosen the carburetor up, and I wanted you all to see this specialty wrench that I have made. It's been ground off around the edges to make it super thin there, and I ground it to make it thin there, and ground the shoulders off of it on here, just so I could get into this carburetor. And this is a VL check, whatever that is, made in the USA. It's one of my generic wrenches that I've had. We won't bore you with this. I just got to loosen it up enough to slide that washer in down there, and then we're going to mark it so we can trim it to size. And we're going to look down the throat and make sure that we think it's going to be sealing okay that way. And then when we put it back on, we will put a light skim coat of Permatex on the back side. We don't need any on the carburetor side because the carburetor side has the O-ring. We'll bring you back in a minute. We realized afterward the fact that I probably should have... Oh, no, I don't want to do that side. No, George. No, no, no. See, I almost made a major boo-boo.
You want to do the other
I got to mark it from the carburetor side, because the carburetor is bigger than the manifold. Yeah. Mark it from the carburetor side. Don't you guys make that same silly mistake.
I won't.
Make a star on it so you know it's that side.
That's your carburetor piece.
All right then. Let's try and cut this out. Job, just like that. All out. Now we're going to give you the preview. How's that, huh?